Hi,
My name's J.C. McCauley.
I'm Naisha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
What time is it? It's time to get hip and get a grip. Here with your Councilwoman rJo Winch and Lady Carrie McCauley. We're at the CT Double Dutch practice, and our kids are getting ready for the competition in May. So how's it going, Lady Carrie?
So far, it's going good. We're here practicing 3 days out of a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We took the young ladies to New York for their very first competition. They came in first place. Woohoo! Their first time, being in a competition. So things are going well. I mean, you know that we're resurrecting, the Double Dutch
from 20 years ago, right?
Yes, ma'am, because we haven't had a competition in over, about 20 years, right?
So we just want to give everybody just an overview of, how it works. So you see the young ladies over here, they're turning for one another, they're jumping. Sometimes they miss, but this is where everybody begins. Every career gets a rough start sometimes, so you got to keep going and practicing and practicing. And one of the things that the team does is that we never give up on any jumper.
That's right.
If any child wants to jump, we're there for them until they get it, and then they know and they have the confidence.
Yes.
And then they also have to learn how to turn for one another.
Exactly.
It's a team sport.
Yes, and one thing about Double Dutch, it's more than just jumping. Double Dutch is a self-esteem builder as well, because starting out not knowing how to do anything, and I know when the kids, when they first start not knowing how to jump rope, they feel kind of like
Right. Once they get that confidence.
Exactly, they don't have any confidence in themselves, and because they don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But once they get in that rope and do it for the first time, just hopping in the rope, you should see the smile exactly of the kids. And that's the joy that I get when I see the kid, learning how to just hop in between two ropes.
Absolutely. Listen to the music, listen to the rhythm.
The rhythm.
Basically, once they get the rhythm, then they can jump to the rhythm. So as you see, the beginners are over here, behind us learning, how to jump. And getting in the rope is an art within itself.
It really is. And most of the kids I'm not going to say most, all of the kids that's here started out from not knowing how to do anything. Mm-hmm. So now, with practice, we already know it takes practice to be able to get, good in whatever you do.
Right. It's like driving a car. Once you learn how to drive, you always know how to drive.
Exactly.
I remember a couple of weeks ago when we first started on this journey, I said, Stan, don't film me because I'm messing up. The kids was turning for me. I actually stopped because I got tired. But they can't do that. They can't do that. They have to keep on going.
They have to keep on going. But, it's all good. The kids enjoying what they're doing. And most of all, I'm enjoying what I'm doing with the kids. And people tell me you have a lot of patience, and you got to have patience,
exactly.
With the kids, especially, too, if they don't know,
Exactly.
And I feel that, as being a former champion jumper myself, I think it's my duty.
Yeah, you have to pass it on to the
Yeah.
next generation. All right, and we talked a little bit about the ones who are just starting out, and so now we want to go ahead and switch over to some jumpers that have actually started jumping. We're gonna take a break right here and keep it locked on AccessTV.org.
Hello, I'm J. Stan McCauley, and I'm exploring a run for mayor of the city of Hartford in the 2019 election. It's undeniable that Hartford has many challenges. However, I believe that our residents are our strength. The question is, do you believe, like I do, in the potential of Hartford? You see the many assets the city has, but do you wonder, as I do, why we are still struggling to move ahead? Do you wonder why the solutions being offered to us just don't seem to get the job done? Well, creating a vibrant city begins with you. We have incredible people who live in the city, who have great solutions to Hartford's biggest challenges. But you don't always have a platform to have your ideas heard, let alone given an opportunity to co-create solutions that work for you, that work for us, that work for Hartford. Hartford's journey will be bumpy, and we'll continue to face highs and lows that challenge us to work smarter and come together as a community that is willing to capitalize on the power of our collective diversity of thought. The challenges facing Hartford will require each of us to act, whether in small ways or big ones. If you're with us on this journey, give me a call at 860-944-9797 and host a listening event for me. Invite a few of your friends so we can explore the possibilities together for a better Hartford.
What time is it? It's time to get hip and get a grip. And here we are again with our jumpers and our CT double jump. We're preparing championships, right, Lady Carrie?
Yes, we're preparing again.
Let me tell you, these kids are phenomenal. I'm so excited to see the progress that they've created just in the first year. And I'll just step back a little bit so you all can see that this is where it all begins. You know, they have the coaches, and these ladies were prior jumpers when they were younger. They jumped, so now they're teaching the next generation how to actually jump rope and stay committed to it and keep going and to protect one another by making sure that you, the turner, have a responsibility to make sure that the rope gets under. So double Dutch is a team sport.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's definitely a team sport. And like I tell the kids that, you know, the turners are the most important. Not saying that the jumpers is not important, but if two turners can't turn and they can't coordinate, you know, the rope to turn, then you can't jump. Exactly, because you can't jump. So that's the reason why, you know, when I teach, I tell them if I can't jump in that rope, then that means y'all not doing something right. You're not turning right.
Absolutely. So as we're talking about the beginners over here, we're going to talk a little bit on this side of the room where we have our young ladies who actually went to New York and brought back some championship trophies. So let's just slide on over to this side and see what these young ladies are doing. But first of all, let's talk to Mr. Hogan, because Mr. Hogan was influential in coaching this team to victory. So Mr. Hogan, so how you feeling about your team?
Well, this is one of the baby teams, and I'm trying to get them ready for the World Championship. They're fifth grades. It's the first time coming out in the tournament, so we're going to try to get them in order.
All right, and as you can see, they're doing a fantastic job. Wait. He's coming. And so while they're jumping, Lady Carrie's going to kind of explain to us what's going on here.
Yeah, so actually this component right here of competitive double dutch, this is called compulsory. And compulsory consists of 8 turns on the right foot, 8 turns on the left foot, 2 crisscross, right over left, left over right, and then 10 to 12 high steps, and then you exit the rope.
Okay, so this is compulsory, what she's doing right here, right now. And these are 5th graders, and as you can see, you hear the coaches in the background. Some of them are coaching to them. Some of them are coaching for them to step up, step back, get in the center of the rope. Coaches are talking to the turners, talking about how to turn, where to turn, watch the other individuals' feet to see that they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do in competitive teamwork.
Yes, and actually, you know, in each and every one of the coaches that's standing over there, they all were champion jumpers. They all used to do competitive double dutch.
Oh yeah, and I was so excited when I met Greg, because Greg is one of the only male jumpers.
No, he was the first male jumper in the city of Hartford in competitive double dutch.
Wow, and all of this started out in Dutch Point, and the Hartford was like it back in the day.
Oh yes, I mean New York talks about it now. They said that, you know, Connecticut, Hartford, not just Connecticut, Hartford used to dominate double dutch. And I must say, we did. We were really, really good. We were good.
Okay, all right, but we plan to bring it back. We plan to bring it back. We want to make sure that the new generation of Hartford jumpers are going to have the same success as the older generation of Hartford jumpers, which were like in Lady Carey's age group, my age group. You know, we could get in there, do like about 30 seconds, and then we done.
Yes. And you know what? And we want them to experience what we experienced when we was a kid. And let me tell you, like going to the competitions, traveling, just meeting new people, going to different cities, going to different countries, and just meeting new people and just seeing something different. Some kids haven't even been out of the city of Hartford, you know. So most importantly, like I said, double dutch is just not double dutch. It's more than just double dutch.
It's a venue, you know, to get our kids educated and doing new things, because everybody's not going to be the next basketball player. Everybody's not going to be the next greatest football player, but there are other sports that children can get involved in, and double dutch is one of those sports. Now I know here in Hartford we primarily do double dutch for girls because it's basically a girl sport. So I don't know if Greg want to come over and talk to us or not, but we'll try to get over there and, you know, have a conversation with Greg about being a male jumper, you know, what that competition was like for him. So let's just slide on over there and talk to Greg.
First of all, it was a little bit rough because being a guy jumping double dutch back in the day, you know, you was a lot of name calling and stuff like that. But you know, I didn't really pay it any mind. I liked jumping, so at any cost I would jump. My mother didn't want me to jump, so I would sneak around the neighborhood.
Jump anyway, right?
Jump. And if I had to go on the next street and I saw some girls playing, I would do it with them. But I really wanted to jump, so finally in my junior, senior year in high school, she finally let me do it. And I was with this group called Back in Action, and we came in first, and we was the state champs. And then I jumped with two other teams, and then I ended up coaching after that. I coached for 2 to 3 years with Robert Fleeton, then Andrea Robertson of the Sparklers. She was my coach, and so you know, it's always been a passion for me. So
how important is it for us to, you know, continue the legacy of teaching the next generation?
Because we've double dutch has been part of the community for years. So for these young kids that don't know how to jump double dutch, it's kind of sad, because that's all the young women had to do was jump double dutch. It was nothing for them, for two people to get a rope and tie it against anywhere, tie it against a pole, a fence, and go at it and have fun just with two people. So for the young kids not to know, that's kind of sad that they don't know how to jump rope. So they really, it's easy, and it will keep your legs in order and keep your heart rate going, and it's just good for your body overall.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of noise going on, but that's okay, because our kids are learning and they're jumping, they're getting coaching. So a lot of things are going on, you know, like in a work, like a camp, you know. So they have what you call a double dutch camp 3 times a week here at 49 Charter Oak Avenue at Greater Mission Church, with Pastor Daryl McCauley. I always mess up the name, so hopefully I got it right this time.
Greater Joy Mission.
All right, so see, there you go. But anyway, we here. So did you go with the ladies to New York for the competition? You didn't go? Did Joan go with them? Joan, did you go with the ladies to New York for the competition? Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how that was, and the ladies getting out there for the first time.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing to see them come from such a long journey from jumping on the riverfront this summer. They've come a long way, and to see them win first place in 5th grade novice was amazing. And it felt like old times, and that's what we want to bring back to Connecticut. It was just the enthusiasm. The kids loved it. The audience loved it. We want to bring that magic back to Connecticut.
All right, and talk about bringing it back. Come in May the 12th.
Yes, May the 12th. Yep, May the 12th.
Where are they going to be jumping?
Actually, May 12th, we're going to be at Parker Memorial Family Community Center, and that's on 2621 Main Street in Hartford. Yes, Parker Memorial. And that's where a lot of the jumpers started out, practicing and jumping at. And I started out in Waverly. So that's where I used to practice at. Joan used to practice there too. Yeah.
All right, so you see Double Dutch was fun back in the day. We want to introduce those things back to our children. Not everybody needs to be sitting behind a computer, playing computer games. It's so nice to get out and socialize with one another and build up the community, learn people who you live around. Because too many of our kids go to school away, so they don't even know the neighbors who live right next door to them, somebody who they can play with and become friends.
Yes, and you're absolutely right. But, I'm just glad that, I have, kids that's interested. I want more kids. I would, start a program, at your school or at your church, And
how can people contact you if they're interested in starting?
Yeah, they can find me on Facebook under Carrie Tremere McCrory, or you can call me by telephone, 860-424-2971, or you can email me, Mrs. MRS Carrie, CARRIEM, @gmail.com.
All right, and if you miss all of that, you can always catch me at accesstv.org, channel 8. Get hip and get a grip. Signing off for this segment of our program. Be sure to come back often to accesstv.org. What time is it? It's time to get hip and get a grip with your Councilwoman rJo Winch. We got Double Dutch going on in the background, but we could not miss an opportunity to talk about a legacy of Hartford, right, Pastor McCory?
Yes, I'm very, very excited. A good friend of mine is Reverend Michael Copeland. We call him in the neighborhood, we call him Jasper. He was a basketball phenom in the area, and he took the time to help Hartford remember a lot of the talent that we had. Allen Iverson's father is inside this brook. Doug McCory's in here. Guys like Ulysses Garcia, Stephen Blocker, guys that we grew up in the neighborhood watching on the basketball court. Mike Copeland did a fantastic job with this project. Name of this book is called Oh, What a Move. And I think it took him a couple of years to put it together. Phenomenal project. I had heard that he had the book released a couple of months ago. He had Norman Bailey working with him on the project when they did the release, Kyle Anderson, and he also had Jim Calhoun came down and supported the project from the University of Connecticut. And I'm very happy to say Mike's a good friend of mine. He has a fantastic program in the city of Hartford called Sons of Thunder, where through basketball and also teaching kids life skills, they teach kids to avoid some of the setbacks in the city and look for the positive that's inside of them.
And one of the most exciting things for me is I was flipping through here. I found somebody in here other than State Senator Doug McCrory, who we all know. I found in here Charles Terry, who happens to be a very special friend of mine, considering that's my AIDS man. All right? And it says here Charles Terry, Farmington High School and Weaver High School, played in 1982. That Charles, many of you know him as Lump, was the son of the former Hartford Public High School standout player, Charles Terry Sr. And it talks about the 6'3" point guard started at Farmington High School before he transferred to Weaver High School and graduated in 1982. He became an all-CDC performer and helped Weaver Beavers to make the run for the CIAC State Championship, and then he went to play abroad. So for those of you who have not had an opportunity to see the book or purchase the book, another great opportunity to talk about what's going on in the great city of Hartford. But you already know, you already heard it first here on Get Hip and Get a Grip, accesstv.org, where we guarantee you some great footage. We guarantee you to bring you the more exciting things that's going on inside the city of Hartford that you hear nowhere else other than accesstv.org. So make sure that you come back here often and see us again. Thank you for tuning in today. And I think that Pastor has something else to say.
I just want to let individuals know I will really much, Hartford, we want to get behind this project and support it. Like I said, we got some wonderful guys that we love in the community. Steve Blocker, my uncle, Bird, he's inside the book, Ben Billy. And you can purchase the book on Amazon. And also, Mike's giving you his number. Every book that you purchase, he's going to personally autograph it. You can get in contact with him. He gave me permission to give you a number. His telephone number is 860-719-2939. So, Hartford, let's get behind this project and sell them all out. Thank you very much, Mike. Fantastic project.
All right. Remember, you heard it here first on accesstv.org. So come back and see us next time. Have a good night.